Getting to a provable state of IT is frustrating when you're an expert in your field, but IT is not your area of expertise. Coupled with that, you probably don't have in-house IT that's available to you locally with that expertise. And so you're reliant on either a distant team within your wider group, or else you're reliant on an external IT service provider. And in both cases, you may be struggling to get their attention, or struggling to get the required answers to confirm and give you the confidence and give you the proof that cybersecurity is being managed in an appropriate way. On top of your difficulties in terms of identifying how cybersecurity is being managed within your specific firm, you also are probably heavily reliant on external outsource providers who run business processes and operations on your behalf. So your firm's cybersecurity is very much dependent and reliant on their cybersecurity, and you need to make sure that what they're doing is up to scratch. So you need to work out whether cybersecurity risk is being managed appropriately within your firm and within the third parties and outsourced providers that you rely upon. The issue you have is you don't know what to ask them. What are the questions that you should ask? And even if you do get a set of questions and you get responses from them, it's very difficult for you to understand whether those answers are complete and accurate. On top of all that, you also have to consider your myriad of stakeholders, your board members, your executives, your second line risk and compliance, not to mention regulators, customers, staff members. All of these stakeholders will have a different perspective and a different risk tolerance. They'll also have different expectations as to what is appropriate in terms of managing cybersecurity risk. And in the midst of all that, you have to be working within the constraints, your budgetary financial constraints. You do not have a bottomless budget. The skilled resources constraints, we've already discussed, it's unlikely that you have the required resources in-house to help you with this. But also, there's also your time. How much time do you have to focus on this? You know it's a problem, but you also have a lot of other problems to deal with outside of cybersecurity. So you have a limited time to focus on this and get this nailed. When you look at all of this, it's clearly a frustrating situation because you have these constraints, you have these myriad of stakeholders with various views and expectations. You have a clear sight that this is a problem, and yet you don't know how to solve it. And it can feel like a bit of a black hole with no end.